But that reminds me of something that I like to do that I definitely can't do in the United States is I love to visit the onsen around Japan. Like they're kind of almost like attractions, because the hot springs,
Hmm.
depending on where you go, the water is different, the mineral content of the water is different. So people will go on onsen vacations to like try the different hot springs. And I really enjoy that very much. I don't do it too much because it'd be super expensive, but a couple times a year I really like to do that.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. Every place that I have been to in Japan, I've gone to an
Mhm.
onsen.
Yeah.
Like, wait, when I climbed Mount Fuji, we went to an onsen at the end. When
Mm-hmm.
I climbed Mount Takao, what was that? Like a month or two ago, we went to an
Mm-hmm.
onsen. There's an onsen in the train station, which is crazy.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah,
Wow.
I want to say we went to an onsen in Sapporo, but I
Hmm.
don't know. It was a couple years ago, so I'm not really familiar.
So,
But
so what is it about onsen that you like so much?
uh, that's a hard question because there's so many different things about onsen that makes it really nice.
Mm.
So basically, an onsen is kind of, I guess, the equivalent of like a bathhouse.
Yeah.
Um, Typically, they like, okay, so you have like onsen and sento, right? And sento is
Hmm.
actually just literally a bathhouse, and then
Hmm.
onsen is typically a little bit nicer quality.
Hmm.
It's got like a lot of like hot springs and stuff. Usually they'll have saunas. They have
Hmm.
like massage tables. Like so you go and relax there, and then afterwards you usually have like a really traditional Japanese meal, and you have like a
Hmm.
beer, kind of relax and look at like a nice view of like some
Hmm.
nature or something. And um, I'm not alone on this, but the reason why I
Hmm.
like it is it's kind of like a way to like recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, so Sento is really just the Sento literally means coin water. So
Hmm.
it's basically a place where you pay money to take a bath with hot water and stuff. But onsen means that the water is coming from the earth. So like natural hot spring. So onsen
Oh,
means like
really?
natural hot spring. So you can actually have onsen sento, which
Yeah.
is like a hot spring sento. But um yeah, like the thing is that if you go and stay at a hotel and stuff for onsen, it can get quite expensive. But if you just go for the day, it's actually quite reasonable,
Yeah.
especially if you don't get the massage. You can just hang
Yeah.
out. But to be honest, like when I first went to like onsen, I was kind of worried about being like the only naked white guy there and everybody staring at me and stuff. Like, what's been your
Definitely
experience
experience that.
being naked in front of a bunch of Japanese dudes?
Yeah. Something funny though is I'm a huge onsen freak. I go to onsens like almost every week because
Mm-hmm.
there's one right near my apartment. It's over in Kamata actually. I ride my
Mm-hmm.
bike there. And what I have found is in Tokyo, people tend not to like get surprised by it. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
at the onsen I go to, there's a lot of guys who actually have tattoos. So
Oh, really?
this is not an onsen that prohibits tattoos. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
most onsens in Japan, I would say, uh, you're not allowed to go in
Mm-hmm.
if you have a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely, as soon as you start getting in the countryside, and especially like an onsen that's not like famous for tourism,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you definitely start seeing people like, well, what am I?
Mm-hmm.
That guy looks weird.
Yeah. 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 It's just so for me though, I remember one time I went to an onsen with my dad
Yeah,
and we were like the only two white guys there, and everybody just like looked at us from the corner of our eyes, and we felt it was a little bit uncomfortable, but we could understand why. But it's like they probably didn't know that we were related. So like, what's this old guy and this younger dude doing hanging out with each other? Is there something going
yeah,
on? You know, but yeah, it's funny how like in the States, that kind of culture of bathhouses never really took off, but it stayed in Japan for so long.
yeah. Yeah,
You
it
know?
is kind of weird, especially because it's not uncommon in Europe. especially in
Hmm.
some of like the northern European countries.
Yeah.
Like I would say like Sweden, for example,
Hmm.
like bathhouses are extremely common.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm really surprised about it. I've taken some of my American friends um, here. Like I had some military friends that
Hmm.
were like over on the Navy base here in Yokohama,
Hmm.
and I took them there, and they're just like, dude, I don't want to be naked around these people. It's like no one
Hmm.
cares, man. Just
Yeah, right.
let's go.
Yeah. So what so where so far, where has been your favorite onsen so far?
um, that's a really hard question.
Hmm.
Um, I'm a little bit boring in the sense that my favorite onsen area is
Hmm.
Hakone.
Oh, me too, dude. Don't worry,
Yeah,
don't feel bad. Embrace that. It's great.
yeah.
Hakone is
I
great. Why
love
do you like
Hakone.
Hokkaido? Yeah.
It's that town is just so fun to visit.
Hmm.
It's like a really romantic town.
Hmm.
You typically like you see families go there, but it's typically couples that go there.
Hmm.
It's like a
Hmm.
couple vacation spot. And
Hmm.
you'll go there and it's like a small little town and it's just they've got like some small shops and it's
Hmm.
really nice scenery. It's a great hiking area.
Hmm.
And you just go and go into an onsen right by the
Hmm.
river and it's just really nice. I love
Yeah.
it.